if it's anything like the game in 2007, we know we're going to have a home run for sure. A lot of things have changed since Cal was in the game back in 2007. We have a new $164 million renovated stadium, which we know their team and fans are going to enjoy. And then with Air Force, they haven't been with us for a couple of years, but being their fifth year with us, we're excited to have them back. As the Armed Forces Bowl, it's always special to have an academy team. We pride ourselves in having an academy team in the game, and so this is the seventh year out of the last 9 that we've been fortunate to have that. We think the matchup, though, is even better between the two. Cal has a great passing attack led by Jared Goff, and all that he's done, the records he's broken over at Cal, and we look forward to him bringing his team here and his style of attack on the field. And then obviously with Air Force, they're the ground game. That's what their bread and butter is. They're third in the nation. But then they also come with the stout defense. They're in the top 20 as well in that category. So it should be, all in all, a great game on the field. In addition, just for everybody there, on the call, is that the Armed Forces Bowl, we like to pride ourselves in saying that it's more than a bowl game. We'll be honoring all the branches throughout the game. We're going to be doing a lot of special tributes, not only to our wounded warriors, but to all veterans in attendance. It's the Vietnam 50th anniversary as well. We're going to have a free post-game concert. So there's going to be a lot of activities around the game itself, but it's going to be a great day for everybody involved. And look forward to having the Cal Golden Bears and the Air Force Falcons here play at Amon Carter Stadium on December 29th.
Brad, could you speak a little bit about the Great American Patriot Award? Obviously, you're honoring a person from the Air Force.
Well, this was decided a couple of weeks ago. The Chief of Staff of the United States Air Force, General Mark Welsh, is our recipient of this year's Great American Patriot Award. To give it to someone that has committed their livelihood to protecting our nation. And this is the 10th anniversary of the award. We've had, Admiral McRaven, we've had Gordon England, we've had Medal of Honor recipients in the past, and this year we're thankful to have General Mark Welsh as our recipient.
Brad, talk a little bit. Obviously, we were supposed to have a Big Ten team here. They played up and so forth. So how did you end up with getting a Pac-12 school?
Well, we saw a couple weeks ago that the Big Ten most likely wouldn't have enough teams qualify. We felt that they were going to play up, 2 or 3 teams for sure. And so we started our due diligence behind the scenes, talking to the Pac-12 and making sure that we were able to have a team come to Fort Worth. That was, at least 6-6. We're very fortunate that we have a team that's 7-5 coming here to play. We couldn't be more excited about that.
With 4 Pac-12 teams in Texas and all that stuff, how was it determined that Cal ended up here? Washington's going to be at the heart of Dallas Bowl. You got Oregon playing TCU, Washington State in the Sun Bowl. Was there any discussion about which team was going to land where?
There was discussions with the Pac-12, and everything was taken into account. Talking with the schools, and everybody felt the best interest for each of the schools that Cal would be best to be played in Fort Worth. And so, like I said, we're very excited about that.
Okay, any questions for Brant Ringler, the executive director of the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl?
Yeah, Ringler. Is that strength? I'm just curious, with Air Force coming 5 times now in a 9-year span, I know obviously with the Armed Forces Bowl, the tie-in to the military, that's a desired team, but would you worry that there's a little bit too much repetition when you bring the same team that many times?
No, not at all. I mean, it's the way we're set up. I mean, next year we're scheduled to have Navy. Next year we're scheduled to have Army. I mean, part of what the Armed Forces Bowl is about is trying to have an academy team in the game if it can. If not, which has been several years that there has not been, we still honor the armed forces. That's what we're all about. And it's a bonus for us when we are able to have an academy team in our game.
And going into last night, was there a chance Air Force was going to come to this bowl even had it won the conference championship?
Well, when BYU played into Las Vegas, the reality became more clear that there was a good chance for Air Force to be in our game.
Can I just have a reminder, anybody that's listening, if we get the background noise again, if you'll *6 to mute it, and then #6 to unmute. Again, Brant, you might answer that question again.
With BYU playing into the Las Vegas Bowl, due to that contractual element, it was pretty clear that we had a good chance of having Air Force in our game, win or lose yesterday.
Okay, any other questions for Brant Ringler?
Yeah. Mario Davis down to St. Joe.
Just a quick question. Stated that there will be a post-game concert. Can you speak a little bit on the acts that will be there?
Yeah, we're going to have a Texas country performer by the name of Kevin Fowler. He's done numerous shows, USO shows, overseas for the troops, and he's based here out of Texas. And so we're bringing him in for a post-game act. Pre-game, we'll have a DJ outside the stadium as well for our and along with our pep rally and team walkthrough that will be going on out in our tailgate outpost, which is what our fan fest is called.
Okay. One more quick question, Coach. I know you, sir, I know that you stated that will that have that post-game performance be in conjunction with the USO?
No, it's a free concert. The USO is not involved. It's a performer that has performed for the USO in the past.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, any other questions for Brant Ringler?
Yeah, Brant, this is Lou P. Blog. Just wanted to say, as a veteran, thank you so much for having the Armed Forces Bowl and continuing to try to have the Armed Forces Academies. Hopefully my Army team will win 6 games one year so we can have them in. But I just want to say thanks a lot.
Well, thank you, and thank you for your service. And we're doing all we can to give proper thanks to the men and women that want the cloth of our nation. We can't say thank you enough, and we truly appreciate their service, your service. And I hope we get to meet you at the game when you come watch it.
Thanks, Brant.
Okay, Troy Phillips had a question.
Yes, Brant. I guess anybody remotely connected with this game who has a long memory would know that this is a rematch from several years ago. Deshaun Stevenson and Thomas DeCoud were playing for Cal. Air Force had some great players. I don't think any of them went on to the NFL, but had a great quarterback that year who, he definitely took it on the chin from Thomas DeCoud. Can you talk about these two teams kind of going up against each other again? It kind of feels like unfinished business for Air Force.
Well, if you recall that game, like Tim had mentioned earlier, that Cal did jump out. I mean, Air Force jumped out to a 21-0 lead. Deshaun Jackson was held out the first quarter, and he came back in the second. It was a real difference maker. Obviously, he's now playing in the NFL. And then on the other side, Air Force actually had someone that went on to the NFL, Chad Hall, but their quarterback got injured on a goal line play. You could see the momentum change right there, and Cal took it and went on to win. But it was an exciting day for us. I mean, it was our first day game. It was our first post-Christmas game. Beautiful weather. Both teams turned out with great fans, and we're hoping to catch the same match this year too.
Okay, any other questions for Brant Ringler? Okay, Brant, thank you very much. Is Michael Williams on from Cal?
We'll have him call in. This is Kyle McCrell. I'll have him call in right now.
Okay, thank you. And again, the game will be played on December 29th. It's a 1 p.m. kickoff, and again at Almont Carter Stadium. Teams, we will have a pre-game press conference on the 28th of December. That will be at 9:30 in the morning at the Omni Fort Worth. And then Brant, maybe speak a little bit about the speaker at the luncheon this year.
Yeah, we have a gentleman that was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame this year, Charles Haley, 5-time Super Bowl winner with the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. We expect him to be quite the entertainer. So game on December 28th for our luncheon.
Okay. Is Athletic Director Williams on the line yet?
I am. Hello.
Michael, welcome. My name's Tim Simmons. I'm the media ops person for the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. Brant Ringler, the executive director, is on. Just your general comments about bringing the Cal Bears to Fort Worth again to play the Air Force Academy.
Well, first off, it was great to hear about Charles Haley. He's a tremendous 49er, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity to meet him. He player bonus left the Super Bowl.
And the Cowboys.
I just got,
Go ahead.
hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've got a couple of quick comments before I talk about our football team this year.
Okay.
The great opportunity we have to come to Fort Worth and play in the Armed Forces Bowl. I just want to mention a couple of things about Coach Dykes and his contract negotiations. And I just want to let everyone know that we are still in the process of negotiating an extension with Coach Dykes. He is our football coach, and we want him to continue on in this capacity. Out of respect to the bowl and what it is that we're doing tonight, I do want to leave it at that. If you have additional questions, we can do that at another time. But tonight, I just want to talk about this bowl opportunity, the matchup with Air Force, and the 2015 Cal football team.
Well, we appreciate that very much. And talk about the bowl game.
When we were last out, it was a tremendous experience for Cal football, for the Cal family. As we talked about bowl possibilities this fall, the Cal football family remembers the experience in Fort Worth most fondly. I was studying today, and we talked about sort of all the opportunities for our kids in Fort Worth. We have a lot of kids from Texas on the team, and he thinks that it's going to be a truly great experience. Our fans are, I think, going to look forward very much to the kickoff luncheon. And I got to say that we at Cal are very proud to be a part of a bowl. It's the best paid tribute to the men and women who serve in our military. My dad was a captain in the Air Force. My brother is a captain in the Navy. And for many of us at Cal, the opportunity to honor our military men and women is just a tremendous opportunity.
Well, you must be very excited. Obviously, your bowl game and first winning season since 2011. So it's been a special football season so far.
Yeah, it really has been. We're on a great upward trajectory. Last year we had 5 wins. This year 7 wins. We're really excited about the chance to go for our 8th win. It is our first winning season since 2011. And that's our first bowl game since 2011. And I went to the Holiday Bowl as a fan, and now I get to go to the Holiday Bowl as an AD. We're very excited to bring Jared Goff out. I think holds 26 school records in passing yards and touchdowns. And he is a candidate for virtually every major quarterback and player of the year award there is out there. And he's just a great kid. So I think it's going to be a good opportunity for the Cal family and for the country to get to see Jared Goff and the 2015 Bears.
Well, without having Coach Dykes tonight, we will have Jared next. But any questions for Michael Williams, the athletic director at the University of California, Berkeley? Michael, it's Jeff Ferrata with the Oakland Tribune. Can you tell us why Sonny wasn't available to talk to us today about the bowl game?
Sonny's traveling today. I think he's on his way to New York, where most of this will be for the National Football Foundation celebration Tuesday night and meetings around that particular event.
And with all due respect to the emphasis on the bowl game, can you give us any timetable on when you expect to have a contract signed with Sonny?
Again, no timetable, and I've answered the questions I'm going to on Sonny's contract. I just really want to focus on the bowl and the 2015 Bears.
Okay. Any other questions? Mr. Williams, go ahead.
This is Carlos Turno from the San Francisco Chronicle. Can you kind of just take us through that thought process once it became clear you guys weren't going to the Cactus Bowl? Why are you interested in the Armed Forces Bowl maybe over a place like Dallas?
I don't know that we went through a specific thought process. The opportunity to play the Armed Forces Bowl has been out there for us for a couple of weeks. Again, Cal has experience. We were in the second Armed Forces Bowl. We played Air Force back in 2007. It was a great opportunity back then. Our fans had a great experience. We think
Michael, thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you in the coming weeks. Is the quarterback, Jared Goff, on the line?
Okay, great. Look forward to seeing you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be calling in just in a second, guys. This is Kyle McCray, Cal.
Okay. And again, Cal said that the coach was leaving town, so that's why we have Jared Goff. We're kind of pleased about that. The Davey O'Brien Award, he's one of the finalists for it. And, of course, the Davey O'Brien Award is located here in Fort Worth. So, and, of course, Davey O'Brien played at TCU and played at Almont Carter Stadium, although the stadium was probably in different shape back at the time when he was playing.
Tim, while we're waiting, may I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Is Sonny Dykes, is he related to Spike Dykes? I should have researched that.
Yes, he is. I think this is his son, right?
Yes, it's
Yeah, it's his son.
Okay, good.
And, of course, Spike Dykes spoke, I think, at our second, I don't have the folder here, but he was one of our luncheon speakers, I think, in 2004.
Okay, good.
He spoke at the very first luncheon.
Oh, was he at the very first?
Very first luncheon.
I thought he was the second. I stand corrected.
Hey, Jared, we called in about 30 seconds here.
Okay, good enough. Since we have Kyle on the line, Kyle, kind of fill us in on Jared and where he is in the record book. He's probably your all-time passing leader, right?
Yeah, he's at the top of just about every imaginable category. He's got 26 school records. He's among the all-time greatest. I think fourth in the Pac-12 in passing yards, passing touchdowns all time, and like just outside of the top 30 in both of those categories. It's only his third season. Only 9 quarterbacks have been over 4,000 yards ever, so he's at 4.252 this year. Just about broken just about every record imaginable.
And I was just noticing on the website, in Jared's profile, I think Kyle's done a very good job in outlining all his records. And again, he became the first Cal quarterback there, first team all Pac-12 honor since Aaron Rodgers, and I think we all know about Aaron Rodgers. Again, is Jared up the line?
He'll be calling right now.
Okay.
I just sent him the number, and the next beep here should be in.
Again, if anybody from the Air Force is on the line, it looks like we'll be about 5 minutes late. So if Dave Toller's on the line. Hello? Hi, is this Jared?
This is Jared, yes.
Jared, this is Tim Simmons with the Armed Forces Bowl. I'm on the line with Brant Ringler, who is our executive director. Welcome, and kind of give your thoughts about playing in Cal's first bowl game since 2011 and directing the Bears to their first winning season since 2011.
Sure, yeah, it's been a fun ride. It's been a really fun season. We've had lots of ups and downs, and there's not anything that can happen. I've had once late field goals, once some missed field goals. It's been a fun season all around, I think, and a lot of fun for all of the guys that are seniors. And, it's just been a fun ride. We're very excited about the Forces Bowl. When we got the word today, it was excitement all around. Everyone was texting each other, really excited, and excited to go down to Fort Worth and go down there and play Air Force and hopefully win.
Do you know much about Air Force? Did you get a chance to watch them play San Diego State last night?
I did not. No, I did not. I know they on offense. They run the option, correct?
Right.
And that's about all I know about it.
And all that stuff. Okay, we'll open it up for questions. Any questions for the Cal quarterback, who again became the first quarterback at Cal to win first team all Pac-12 honors since Aaron Rodgers?
Jared, this is Jeff Ferraro on the line. What were you thinking would be your destination when you woke up this morning, and how many times did that seem to change before it wound up being Fort Worth in this game?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a million different places we've been projected to, over the last few weeks. Honestly, I mean, I really haven't. I really tried not to pay much attention to it because like I said, it changed all the time. When you guys know how it works. This is my first bowl game, so I wasn't really sure how it works. But I was told, the projections really don't mean much because it can change within an hour every day. So we really, we would get excited about some stuff, and we
we'd see some stuff and get excited or whatever. But today when we found out, like I said, I mean, we were really excited about the Armed Bowl. I mean, everyone was texting back and forth, and the timing of it, and playing Air Force, being in Texas, it's going to be fun.
Okay, Troy Phillips, you had a question?
Yeah, Jared and I, Troy Phillips, ArmedForcesBowl.com. The last time Cal and Air Force played here was a very hard-nosed game, very physical. Do you expect, just from what little you know about Air Force, to have the same kind of game?
I do. I think so. I think a team like Air Force are going to be physical. They have to be. I think that's the type of team that they are. The type of football they play is very physical, and we play a physical team zone, and we're a very physical team as well. So I think we'll be up for a challenge, and it'll be a fun game all around.
Hey, Jared, this is Cedric Bailey with Levita News and the Big Game Christian Sports Network. Can you talk about your coach and what he's meant to you? He's a native of Texas as well, and you guys also beat the Longhorns back in September 19th. But talk about your coach.
Yeah, he's done a great job with us. I mean, he kind of got here at the same time as I did, so we kind of been on this journey together a little bit. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, he's a great guy, great coach. Easy to talk to, he's fun to talk to. He talks about anything, not just football. He's fun to play for. He's a guy you want to win for. And if you guys happen to see the video after the game with him dancing in the locker room, stuff like that, kind of his personality and what makes him a fun coach.
Hey, Jared, this is Demario Davis with Dallas Entertainment Journal. I just want to congratulate you on going to this bowl game and that you've had and, the future. Just a couple of quick questions for you. The first one is, did you always play quarterback your entire career? Would you play like in elementary school and like in junior high?
The quarterback all the way through since I was 7, 8 years old.
Okay, good deal. And if you could use a couple of words to describe your type of presence in the locker room, what would those words be?
I think I'm a calming presence. I'd like to think, somebody that can kind of keep everyone on the same level, and but also I think I've got the ability to get people ready to go, get people fired up when I need to. But I think mainly at the quarterback position, I think it's very important to have the calming presence. When things aren't going well or when things are going well, you kind of have to do the same mentality-wise and kind of not get too high, not get too low. And that's what I think I did pretty well. Be able to keep the guys pretty focused and pretty locked in. And this year, I think I've grown so much leadership-wise, and as well as the whole team is going around me, and it's been a lot of fun to have that happen.
Thank you. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah, Jared, this is Lou with Lou P. Blog. Congratulations on a great season, and more importantly, your career passing leader. I was just looking at the numbers there. You're almost 12,000 yards and 90 touchdowns. That's just awesome. Congratulations on those numbers. I wanted to ask you, when it comes to Air Force, do you feel like your offense stretches the defense to get the running game going, or vice versa, or how do you plan to have a ball control offense in this game versus Air Force?
I don't think we're going to change our approach really at all. I think we're going to run what we run, play fast, do what we do all year, do what we've done for the last 3 years, play fast. Run the ball if we have to, throw the ball if we have to. And, sometimes we like to run the ball instead of the pass. Sometimes we like to throw the ball instead of the run. We've done it differently over the years, and over this whole season we've done it differently. And I'm sure the coaches will come up with a great game plan for that, but it's so far away we haven't really thought about it. But we'll definitely have a good mixture of run and pass, and just be fast and run plays as quickly as we can, which is what we normally do.
Congrats.
Tim from the Springs asking a question.
Yeah, this is Brett Brigman from Colorado Springs. I'm just curious, Jared, as a quarterback, every Saturday there are dozens of games going on, and you're still a national name, you're nationally known, but this game, there's only one game going on at that time. Is that exciting from your standpoint to be able to have a national audience to kind of really, show what you can do?
Sure, yeah, it's always exciting. I mean, if you're playing in front of however many people in the stands and however many people on TV, it's always exciting. It's going to be fun, and it's going to all the guys to finally get on a big national stage, like you said. It'll be all the that time. It'll be a lot of fun for us. For me, I'm really just going to focus on I'm just trying to play well in the game. I'm not really too concerned about that football stuff and trying to impress anyone or anything like that. I'm just trying to play well in the game. Come out with a victory at the 8-5 and full game win, I wouldn't be happier.
Jared, this is Herb Boss from the Denver Post.
Air Force likes to control the ball and use up the clock and that sort of thing. As a quarterback who likes to be out there making things happen, do you get antsy if you have to stand on the sidelines too long?
Not really. I think I played. I don't know how many starts now. 30 starts. Been through a million different types of games in my college career, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes you got to step up a little while. Sometimes you do them all, and it kind of makes you have to take advantage of your opportunities a little bit more. I think kids, when you go into a game, similar to when we played the team with Stanford, who lets you control the ball, you kind of have to go into the game knowing that you have to really take advantage of every opportunity in the field and go out there and score as much as you can, because like you said, they're going to try to possess the ball. We don't know how many opportunities we're going to get.
Good. Thank you. Any other questions for Jared?
Yeah, Jared. David Barron Sider. Has Coach Dykes addressed the team or you personally about his status and what's going on with that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he talked to the team a couple days ago, but that's between us and him. I'm this year to talk about the ball game right now.
Okay, thanks.
Jared, you said that you got the Cal about the same time Coach Dykes did. Can you compare what you and your teammates are feeling now at the end of this regular season compared to the end of that first season you were there?
Sure, yeah. The first season was obviously awful. We won 11. There. It was a rebuilding year, though, for a while. I think that's been work on here. I think that team has kind of made us who we are today and kind of improved our character and our maturity on the team and leadership and all that other stuff. Makes the team really good. So that year is definitely happened last year being so close. One game away. We had plenty of games that we could have won. It just came up short. And that was probably even a little bit more painful. Just now that we have a team that could play a bowl game, it just came up short in a bunch of games. So that was a little brutal. But yeah, this year is so much better. And being able to have a chance to win 8 games in a year. I mean, when you win 8 games in a year, it's a nice little season for almost everybody. And we win 8 games this year, it's for sure going to be a success. We're excited to get there. Hopefully do that.
When you get to the end, when you get to the end of a 1-11, I mean, how did you just think, gosh, there's just nowhere to go but up at this point? I mean, it's just pretty tough. I would think.
I was fairly optimistic. I knew that the guys were going to have to come back. I knew a lot of them. Really on defense too, the guys that we had back and the character guys that we had, we kind of got rid of some guys that were kind of weighing us down a little bit. So I kind of knew that coming into the second season we'd be much better. We were. We started off 4-1, I think. A little slide, and then this season was kind of the season where we knew we'd have an early game. Right. We hit a little bit of a slump in the middle of the season, but at the same time, like I said, we got 7 wins right now. Chance to win 8 wins and be one of like 10 teams in the last 60 years to win 8 games at Cal. That's a special thing, and that'd be a cool thing to be able to belong to.
Thank you very much.
Okay, last question for Jared. If not, Jared, thank you very much. We look forward to having you. Again, the last time Cal was here, the quarterback won the MVP, so I guess you're going to try to make it 2 in a row.
Yeah, I'll take a win, though.
Okay, well, good luck. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll start with the Air Force folks. Is Coach Athletic Director Dalton on the line?
Yes, I am. Jim Knowlton here.
Jim, Tim Simmons here, media ops person with the Armed Forces Bowl and Brant Ringler. Welcome, and just your general thoughts about having Air Force come back for the 5th time to Fort Worth.
Well, I can't tell you how excited we are. We were absolutely thrilled to get the call today, and we've had an exciting year. I am extremely proud of Coach Calhoun, our coaching staff, and our team. They have really played well. We had a tough one, the Mountain West Championship, but it was one of those games where, in my mind, we just ran out of time. We didn't lose. We just needed a little bit more time. But a great football game, and our team is just really playing well. They've come together. They got a lot of character, and we're really excited about playing the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. It's a place that really values military service. There's a lot of airmen, Marines, soldiers, and sailors in the area. So for us, it's a perfect fit. It's where we wanted to be. And when we got the word, we just said this is exciting. exciting. And I think sort of the icing on the cake for us is, our fans love to be there. We'll have General Mark Welsh being honored down there, and so I think this is just going to be, all in all, just a great opportunity for the Academy, and we just couldn't be more thrilled.
Okay, do we have any questions for the athletic director for the Air Force Academy?
Yes, I do. I'm Cedric Bailey, Levita News and BGC Sports. Sir, when I asked you a question, I noticed that you guys had on your schedule, you guys played Michigan State, and they're going to be down here as well. So for your program to lose 35-21, that's got to be pretty important to your organization, sir.
It was a great game, and we really felt like we played them pretty even. We put the ball on the turf a couple times, and that really hurt us. But they're a great team, and it was really a good game for us. And we, if you listen to Coach Calhoun, he doesn't like moral victory, so we didn't do anything but lose that game. But our kids really played their hearts out, and we couldn't have been prouder.
Okay, another question for the athletic director.
Yeah, Mr. Brett Bergman with the Gazette. I'm just curious, obviously you chose to play a game in the Dallas area next year. Does that just kind of show how much you guys enjoy that area, or is playing there next year sort of dampen this because you're going to be right back there within the next 4 games?
No, it is. We are thrilled. We're down in Texas next year, and it's the same reason we're thrilled about being there this year. The Academy has a lot of young men and women that come from Texas to the Academy. Our football team has 18 players on the roster from Texas, and it's such a military-friendly area that the reception is always superb, and the Armed Forces Ball does such a great job that when our fans have heard about it, we have heard nothing but phenomenal feedback, and we're excited to go.
And this matchup in the game, when you have a team as well known for its passing and then a team as well known for its running, it's kind of a perfect narrative. Is that something you'll be able to use when drawing up some support among your fan base?
No, absolutely. Just the fact that they've got a quarterback that's one of the top in the country, and we've got a great defense, and our offense is put up a lot of. It's just one of those matchups that is really going to be fun for the fans.
Herb Moss from the Denver Post. What about fan participation from Air Force? Will you have a pretty good number down there?
Yeah, we put our tickets on sale already. We are already mobilizing all the local bases, posts, and I think we'll have a lot of active duty support, a lot of retiree support, and we know our fans are going to travel as well. So we think it's going to be an exciting venue and an exciting fan base there to support us.
Could you also comment on the situation with CSU and Nevada? I guess it's the first time that 2 schools from the same conference are playing each other in a bowl game, and turned out that they needed that to fill all the bowls.
Sure, I think nobody wants it to work out that way, but if we sort of look at why do we have bowl games, they're great opportunities for our young men to have an opportunity to play in an exciting venue in front of a good crowd. It's postseason play, so this will be something they remember for the rest of their lives. I don't think they'll care about the footnote that it was 2 Mountain West teams playing each other. They didn't get to play this year, so it's going to be a great matchup.
Thank you.
And was there any reluctance on Air Force, or because you have played in this bowl game, this will be the 5th time in a 9-year span, to maybe avoid going back there? Was there any discussion about that at all?
No, we lobbied. This is where we want to be. This is a place that is honoring our active duty and retired service members, so it's just a perfect fit for us.
Yes.
Okay, last question.
Yeah, this is Lou with Loopy Blog. I just wanted to say welcome to the Air Force. This is a great Air Force area with Carswell Air Force Base. Please don't think you've overstepped your welcome. We love having Air Force here. So we thank you for your service, and we thank you for having a great team too, because I'm looking forward to it. And also thank you for General Mark Welsh being the Great American Patriot Award recipient. Thank you for coming, and maybe we can get a great flyover for the Star Spangled Banner, huh?
Brent, maybe you could offer some comments about the flyover.
Be ready for a press release this week. It's going to be special.
Okay. Well, Athletic Director Dope, thank you very much. And Coach Calhoun on.
I am, yes, sir.
Troy, Tim Simmons again with Brant Ringler. Congratulations on coming back to Fort Worth for the 5th time. Your thoughts about playing in the game for the 5th time, along with playing the Cal Bears again?
Absolutely awesome. We've been there, as you mentioned, a few other times, and I can tell you it's unparalleled in terms of the job that Brant and the people of the Armed Forces Bowl do in regards to the accommodating. Certainly it is a great credit to the area of Fort Worth, and we're excited. I mean, big time excited that we get a chance to play against an excellent football team in Cal, a squad that's played a very demanding schedule. A team that ironically we just watched on film in regards to our preparation and study for San Diego State here over the last week. And, great area. And one of those places we know we got an awful lot of work and improvement that we have to make between now and then. Yet we yearn and we look forward to those possibilities.
Troy, if you could talk a little bit about your team, both offensively and defensively, before we open it up for questions.
Sure. In general, just in terms of body size, we're the smallest in all of college football. And yet I don't think you'd ever see a squad when it comes to the esprit, certainly the kind of heart, the kind of character that you want in future officers. We're loaded. We're pretty good that way. And yet we better be, especially for who we're going to encounter in this game.
Okay, questions for the coach.
Coach Jeff Verona with the Oakland Tribune. Have you seen anybody quite like Jared Goff this year, and what are your impressions of him? He's I've had a chance, fortunately, to work in the National Football League, and then during our time here at the Air Force, seen various quarterbacks who played against Andy Dalton. They played against Connor Cook earlier this year at Michigan State. Jared Goff is as talented a quarterback as you're going to see in college football. Very quick release, extremely accurate, tremendous velocity. He knows exactly where he wants to go to a ball. He knows who's number 2, 3, and 4 in a progression, and he gets to him and gets balls completed. Excellent player, and I know that he was just named first team All Pac-12, and a guy you certainly see why. Very deserving, especially in a league that has a bunch of great quarterbacks.
Coach Collins, with the Gazette. You played Michigan State very early in the year. But for your defensive backs, how much do you think they've changed now, having seen Connor Cook, 10 weeks ago, compared to the way they'll be going into that bowl game?
That's a very fair question. I think that's the one area we're going to get stretched in the land. You look at some of the games, not just this year, but as you go back to last season too, and you see some of the numbers that Cal puts up, unbelievable. Just the production of the passing game, it's unlike maybe anybody in college football. So we're going to have to come up with a tremendous plan, and certainly we're going to get stretched, especially in regards to our pass coverage.
When you learn that that's something that
Well, I don't know what happened to my phone. Well, I wanted to ask him a question, but yeah, well. Anyway, you kind of get the gist of the deal. So we'll just end this broadcast and get it posted. Sorry, guys.